Her house smelled like cinnamon and old books. She always had warm cookies. But Toby also feared her stories. They lurked in his mind like monsters under the bed. Grandmother loved to weave tales, especially scary ones. She'd dim the lights, her voice dropping low. Toby would sit close, both terrified and thrilled. One story, however, burrowed deep into Toby's soul. It was the tale of Mr. Longfingers, a creature that haunted bathrooms, lurking in the shower head, waiting. Grandmother described his long, bony fingers, dripping with something sinister. Toby imagined them reaching, grasping, pulling unsuspecting victims into the water stream. "He waits," Grandmother whispered, her eyes gleaming in the firelight, "for you to close your eyes, to feel safe under the warm water." Toby shivered. The image was vivid, terrifying. Mr. Longfingers, a specter in the steam, a nightmare given form. That night, Toby couldn't sleep. Every creak of the house sounded like long fingers tapping. The rushing water in the pipes echoed the creature's approach. He imagined those fingers, reaching from the shower head in his own bathroom. He pulled the blanket over his head, a meager shield against the terror. From then on, showering became an ordeal for Toby. He'd check the shower head, his heart pounding. He'd keep his eyes wide open even as shampoo stung. Sleep offered no escape, haunted by dreams of dripping fingers and echoing laughter. Years passed, but the fear remained. Toby grew older, yet Mr. Longfingers still lurked in the shadows of his mind. He knew it was irrational, a child's fear, but he couldn't shake the unsettling feeling when he showered. He was trapped. Years later, Grandmother passed away. Toby, now a young man, returned to her empty house. He stood in the bathroom, memories flooding back. He noticed long scratch marks on the underside of the showerhead, deep and discolored. His blood ran cold. It was as if something had desperately tried to claw its way out, or in. He then understood. Mr. Longfingers wasn't the one who was trapped. It was his grandmother, her spirit forever bound to the house, her fear echoing in his heart. He wasn't afraid anymore. He was home.